Ever felt like your mind is working against you? You're not alone. Critical thinking mastery is your roadmap to understanding and harnessing the power of your thought patterns. This book doesn't just explain critical thinking, it shows you how to master it step by step through practical exercises and real-world applications. You'll learn to identify cognitive biases, challenge assumptions, and develop a reflective practice that transforms how you think and live. The benefits? Clearer decision-making, improved relationships, and a more purposeful life. But here's the kicker. Without these skills, you're leaving your potential on the table. In a world that's increasingly complex, the ability to think critically isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. Ready to unlock your mind's full potential? Dive in and discover how understanding your thought patterns can be the key to personal and professional success. Your journey to a more empowered, insightful you starts here. Chapter 1: Introduction. The human mind is a marvel of complexity, capable of extraordinary feats of creativity, problem-solving, and innovation. Yet, for all its power, our minds can also be our greatest obstacle to personal growth and success. Our thoughts, often running on autopilot, can lead us astray, trap us in cycles of negativity, or blind us to opportunities for improvement. But what if you could harness the full potential of your mind, understanding and directing your thought patterns to achieve ultimate personal improvement? As you embark on this journey through critical thinking mastery, understanding thought patterns for ultimate personal improvement, you're taking the first step towards transforming your mind into your most powerful ally. This book is designed to equip you with the tools and techniques needed to unlock your full cognitive potential, enhancing your decision-making skills, emotional intelligence, and overall quality of life. From the moment you finish this first chapter, you'll begin to gain a clear understanding of your own thought patterns and biases. You'll learn how to develop basic mindfulness practices and reflective journaling habits, essential tools for increasing self-awareness and improving critical thinking. As you progress through the book and implement these techniques, you'll start to recognize the immediate impact of self-awareness on your decision-making processes. But this is just the beginning. Over time, as you continue to practice and refine these skills, you'll experience enhanced mental clarity and improved problem-solving abilities. The sustained mindfulness and self-reflection practices you'll learn will lead to long-term personal growth, increased emotional intelligence, and better interpersonal relationships. You'll find yourself navigating life's challenges with greater ease and confidence, making decisions that align with your true values and goals. Understanding thought patterns is at the core of this transformative journey. Our thought patterns, the habitual ways our minds process information and react to situations, shape our perceptions, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. By becoming aware of these patterns, we gain the power to change them, to break free from limiting beliefs and negative cycles, and to cultivate more productive and positive ways of thinking. Self-awareness plays a crucial role in this process. It's the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. Without understanding ourselves, our motivations, fears, strengths, and weaknesses, we cannot hope to improve. Self-awareness allows us to see our thought patterns clearly, to recognize when they're serving us well and when they're holding us back. It's the key that unlocks the door to intentional, meaningful change. Throughout this book, we'll explore key concepts that are essential to mastering critical thinking and understanding your thought patterns. We'll delve into mindfulness, a practice that helps you stay present and aware, allowing you to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. We'll examine cognitive biases, those mental shortcuts that can lead to errors in judgment, and learn how to recognize them and mitigate their effects. We'll also explore the power of reflective practice, a tool for continuous learning and improvement. The journey to mastering critical thinking and understanding your thought patterns involves several important steps. First, we'll focus on observing your thought patterns, learning to watch your mind at work without judgment. Next, we'll move on to identifying biases, these unconscious prejudices that can skew our thinking, and learn how to recognize them and mitigate their effects. We'll then explore the importance of seeking feedback, gain valuable outside perspectives on our thoughts and behaviors. Finally, we'll establish a practice of continuous reflection, ensuring that your growth and improvement never stagnate. These steps are carefully chosen and ordered to provide a comprehensive, logical progression in your journey of self-discovery and improvement.
We start with observation because without awareness, change is impossible. Identifying biases comes next because these unconscious influences often shape our thoughts in ways we don't realize. Seeking feedback follows, as it provides crucial external input to balance our internal observations. Continuous reflection ties it all together, ensuring that the insights gained become lasting changes. Each of these steps builds upon the last, creating a solid foundation for advanced critical thinking. By following this structured approach, you'll ensure a thorough understanding and application of each concept before moving on to the next. This method allows for gradual, sustainable growth, preventing overwhelm and increasing the likelihood of long-term success. As you progress through this book, you'll find that the concepts and techniques we discuss are not mere theoretical constructs, but practical tools that you can apply in your daily life. You'll learn how to integrate mindfulness into your everyday routines, how to use reflective journaling to gain insights into your thoughts and behaviors, and how to apply critical thinking skills to real-world situations. These practices may seem challenging at first, but with consistent effort, they will become second nature. You'll find yourself automatically pausing to observe your thoughts, questioning your assumptions, and seeking out diverse perspectives. As these habits take root, you'll notice a shift in your thinking, a newfound clarity, objectivity, and depth of understanding. The journey you're about to embark on is not always easy. There will be moments of frustration as you confront long-held beliefs and ingrained thought patterns. You may struggle with consistency, finding it difficult to maintain new habits amidst the demands of daily life. There may be times when the process of self-reflection brings up uncomfortable truths or emotions. But remember, these challenges are not obstacles to your growth. They are part of the growth process itself. Each moment of difficulty is an opportunity for learning and improvement. As you face these challenges head-on, you'll develop resilience, patience, and a deeper understanding of yourself. Moreover, the rewards of this journey far outweigh any temporary discomfort. As you master the art of critical thinking and gain control over your thought patterns, you'll find yourself making better decisions, both big and small. You'll become more adaptable, better able to navigate the complexities and uncertainties of modern life. Your relationships will improve as you develop greater empathy and emotional intelligence. You'll feel more confident, more in control, and more aligned with your true self. In the chapters that follow, we'll dive deeper into each aspect of critical thinking mastery. We'll explore practical techniques for developing mindfulness and self-awareness, strategies for identifying and overcoming cognitive biases, methods for seeking and integrating feedback, and approaches to cultivating a sustained practice of reflection and growth. As we conclude this introduction, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've taken the first steps on a journey of self-discovery, equipped with powerful tools for increasing your self-awareness and mindfulness. These practices form the foundation for all the work we'll do in the coming chapters. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when mindfulness comes easily and days when it feels impossible. There will be moments of profound insight and periods where you feel like you're not making progress. All of this is part of the process. The key is to approach this journey with curiosity and compassion. Be curious about your thoughts and feelings, always seeking to understand rather than just judge. And be compassionate with yourself, recognizing that personal growth is a lifelong process with its own ebbs and flows. As you move forward, continue to practice the techniques we discussed. Meditate regularly, even if just for a few minutes each day. Keep your journal close at hand, ready to capture your reflections. Look for opportunities to bring mindfulness into your daily life, whether it's during your commute, while eating, or in conversations with others. In the next chapter, we'll build on this foundation of self-awareness and mindfulness to explore the crucial skill of seeking feedback and challenging assumptions. You'll learn how to actively seek out diverse perspectives, how to constructively challenge your own and others' assumptions, and how to use feedback as a powerful tool for personal growth and improved critical thinking. Get ready to push the boundaries of your comfort zone and open yourself up to new ways of thinking and understanding the world around you. Chapter 4. Seeking Feedback and Challenging Assumptions. In the intricate tapestry of our minds, thoughts and beliefs are woven together, forming patterns that shape the perception of the world. Some of these patterns are vibrant and adaptive, while others may be dull or even harmful, limiting our growth and understanding. As we continue our journey towards critical thinking mastery, we now turn our attention to two powerful tools that can help us refine and expand these mental patterns: seeking feedback and challenging assumptions. Imagine you're an artist working on a masterpiece. You've been so focused on the details, your nose practically touching the canvas, that you've lost sight of the overall composition. In this moment, stepping back to gain a new perspective is invaluable. But even more powerful is inviting others to view your work, gathering their impressions and insights. This is the essence of seeking feedback. It provides us with new vantage points from which to view our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Similarly, our assumptions are like the foundation of a house. They support everything we build upon them, but if they're faulty, the entire structure is at risk. Challenging these assumptions is akin to inspecting the foundation.
You're willing to examine your beliefs critically and adjust them if necessary. Now, let's explore some practical exercises to help you develop your skills in seeking feedback and challenging assumptions. One effective exercise for seeking feedback is the 360-degree feedback approach. Identify 5 to 10 people from different areas of your life, perhaps colleagues, friends, family members, and mentors. Ask each of them to provide honest feedback on your strengths and areas for improvement. Look for patterns in their responses. Are there consistent themes? Areas where people's perceptions differ significantly from your own self-perception? This exercise can provide a well-rounded view of how others perceive you and highlight areas for growth you might not have considered. Another useful exercise is the feedback journal. After each significant interaction or project, take a few minutes to write down your own assessment of how it went. Then actively seek feedback from others involved. Compare their feedback with your own assessment. Note any discrepancies or surprises. Over time, this practice can help you develop a more accurate self-perception and identify blind spots in your self-assessment. For challenging assumptions, try the 5 whys technique. When you find yourself holding a strong belief or making a decision, ask yourself why 5 times in succession. Each answer becomes the basis for the next why question. This technique can help you dig deeper into your underlying assumptions and motivations. For example, 1. Why do I believe I'm not good at public speaking? Because I get nervous when speaking in front of groups. 2. Why do I get nervous when speaking in front of groups? Because I'm afraid of making mistakes or looking foolish. 3. Why am I afraid of making mistakes or looking foolish? Because I assume the audience will judge me harshly. 4. Why do I assume the audience will judge me harshly? Because I tend to judge myself harshly. 5. Why do I tend to judge myself harshly? Because I have an underlying belief that I need to be perfect to be valued. This exercise often reveals deep-seated assumptions that we weren't initially aware of, providing opportunities for growth and change. Another powerful exercise is the assumption audit. Make a list of your core beliefs about yourself, others, and the world. For each belief, ask yourself, what evidence do I have for this belief? What evidence might contradict it? Where did this belief come from? How does holding this belief serve me? How might it limit me? This systematic examination of your beliefs can lead to profound insights and personal growth. As you engage in these exercises, you may encounter some challenges. One common difficulty is emotional resistance to feedback or to challenging long-held assumptions. It's natural to feel defensive or uncomfortable when our beliefs are questioned or when we receive criticism. To address this, practice emotional regulation techniques. Take deep breaths. Remind yourself that feedback and self-examination are opportunities for growth, not attacks on your worth as a person. It can also be helpful to separate the emotional reaction from the intellectual response. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them prevent you from considering the feedback or new perspective objectively. Another challenge you might face is the tendency to seek only confirming feedback, that is, feedback that aligns with your existing beliefs about yourself. This is a form of confirmation bias. To counteract this, make a conscious effort to seek out diverse perspectives, especially from people who think differently from you. You might also struggle with knowing how to act on feedback or what to do when you've identified an assumption that needs challenging. Remember that change is a process. Start with small, manageable steps. If you've received feedback that you need to improve your listening skills, for instance, you might start by practicing active listening in one conversation each day, gradually increasing as you become more comfortable.
When you've identified an assumption that needs challenging, start by simply holding it more lightly. Instead of "this is true," try thinking "this might be true." This small shift can open up new possibilities and make it easier to consider alternative perspectives. As you continue to practice seeking feedback and challenging assumptions, you'll likely notice significant changes in your thinking and behavior. You may find yourself becoming more open-minded, better able to consider multiple perspectives before making decisions. Your self-awareness will likely increase, as will your ability to navigate complex interpersonal situations. You might also notice improvements in your relationships. By actively seeking feedback and being open to others' perspectives, you demonstrate respect for their views and a willingness to grow. This can lead to deeper, more authentic connections with others in your life. In your professional life, these skills can be invaluable. The ability to seek and act on constructive feedback is crucial for career growth and leadership development. By challenging assumptions, you can become a more innovative problem solver and a more effective strategist. Remember, the goal of seeking feedback and challenging assumptions is not to constantly doubt yourself or to discard all your beliefs. Rather, it's to ensure that your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are serving you well and aligned with your goals and values. It's about developing a flexible, growth-oriented mindset that allows you to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing world. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've gained insights into the importance of seeking diverse perspectives and questioning your own beliefs. You've learned strategies for soliciting and accepting constructive feedback and techniques for identifying and challenging your assumptions. And you've acquired practical exercises to help you develop these crucial skills. Moving forward, make a commitment to regularly seek feedback and examine your assumptions. Look for opportunities in your daily life to practice these skills. When you're about to make a decision, pause and ask yourself what assumptions you're making. After completing a project or having an important interaction, seek feedback from others involved. Remember that this is an ongoing process. Our assumptions and blind spots don't disappear overnight, and there's always more to learn from others' perspectives. Approach this journey with curiosity and openness. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to synthesize all you've learned so far into a consistent practice of reflection and growth. You'll discover techniques for integrating self-awareness, bias recognition, feedback seeking, and challenging assumptions into your daily life. Get ready to transform your newfound knowledge and skills into lasting habits that will continue to serve you long after you finish this book. Chapter 5. Developing a reflective practice. As we reach this pivotal point in our journey towards critical thinking mastery, it's time to step back and appreciate the profound transformation you've undergone. From the first pages where we explored self-awareness and mindfulness, through the intricacies of cognitive biases, the challenges of seeking feedback and questioning assumptions, to the development of a robust reflective practice, you've equipped yourself with a formidable toolkit for navigating the complexities of your own mind and the world around you. The skills and insights you've gained throughout this book are not mere academic exercises or theoretical concepts. They are practical, powerful tools that have the potential to revolutionize every aspect of your life. Let's take a moment to fully appreciate the scope of what you've accomplished and the doors that have now opened before you. First and foremost, you've developed a level of self-awareness that sets you apart from the majority. In a world where many people sleepwalk through life, reacting unconsciously to their environment, and driven by unexamined beliefs and emotions, you now possess the ability to observe your own thoughts and feelings with clarity and objectivity. This self-awareness is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. It allows you to make conscious choices about your thoughts, feelings, and actions, rather than being at the mercy of unconscious patterns. You've learned to recognize and mitigate cognitive biases, those mental shortcuts that can lead us astray in our thinking and decision-making. This knowledge empowers you to make more rational, balanced judgments in all areas of your life. Whether you're making important personal decisions, evaluating information in your professional life, or engaging in public discourse, you now have the tools to cut through cognitive distortions and see situations more clearly. The skills you developed in seeking feedback and challenging assumptions have equipped you to engage more deeply and authentically with others. You're now able to view criticism not as a threat, but as valuable information that can fuel your growth. Your ability to question your own assumptions and those of others allows you to approach problems with greater creativity and flexibility. This open-mindedness, combined with critical thinking, positions you to be a more effective leader, collaborator, and innovator in whatever field you choose to pursue. Through the development of your reflective practice, you've cultivated a powerful habit that will continue to yield benefits throughout your life. Each regular practice of introspection and analysis ensures that your growth doesn't stagnate, but continues to accelerate. Each experience becomes an opportunity for learning and improvement, allowing you to continuously refine your understanding of yourself and the world. But perhaps the most profound transformation lies in how these skills and practices come together to reshape your relationship with your own mind. You've moved from being a passive recipient of your thoughts and emotions to becoming an active, discerning curator of your mental landscape. This shift fundamentally alters your experience of life, providing a sense of agency and intentionality that many never achieve. As you continue to apply and refine these skills, you'll likely notice improvements in various areas of your life. 1. Decision-making. Your decisions will become more thoughtful, balanced, and aligned with your true values and goals. You'll be less swayed by impulsive emotions or unconscious biases and more guided by careful consideration and clear-headed analysis. 2. Emotional intelligence. Your increased self-awareness and ability to reflect on your emotions will enhance your emotional intelligence. You'll be better able to manage your own emotions and understand those of others, leading to improved relationships, both personal and professional. 3. Learning and growth. Your capacity for learning will be amplified with your reflective practice and critical thinking skills. You'll extract more value from each experience, accelerating your personal and professional development. 4. Resilience. As you become more aware of your thought patterns and more skilled at challenging unhelpful assumptions, you'll develop greater emotional resilience.